We have to go back to the 2009 year, the Brendan Vivola situation. Not so much about what happened then, because it's been well covered, but how much does that impact the footy club?
Yeah, well, you really do have to look closely at what the impact is longer term. I suppose one of the key things with my role is to really have that 3 to 5 year time horizon and be aware of, well, how is that decision likely to impact down the track. I mean, at the time, the club obviously felt that we weren't far away, and I think the year before Brisbane had made the finals with again a reasonably young group, but the feeling was we needed to add some muscle and bulk to the group to be competitive the next year and for seasons beyond. Now, obviously, football-wise, Brendan obviously had plenty of ability. There were some things that didn't work out, and obviously you can't foresee that at the time.
Take us through some of your young draftees over the last few years. Sam Mayes, in particular, this year has had a wonderful year, but how are all the other young boys going?
Well, Sam Mayes, he's certainly had a very strong first year up to this point in time. And one of Sam's attributes is he has got a terrific engine. He walked into the club with a big engine, so he probably hasn't had to make up as much ground as the other boys in terms of running capacity, and he's also an elite kick, I think. Sam reads the game very well, so he's been good. Marco Paparone, another one who's a very good runner. Marco just doesn't have the frame and the size to compete regularly at AFL level at this time, so for Marco it'll be about putting on some bulk and developing his all-round skill and defensive side.
There was a lot said about the mini draft, and many people believe that the established clubs didn't put enough time and effort into getting the players. What's your thoughts on that?
Well, that's a good question. Look, Gold Coast were clever in that the year that they established their list, they were very deliberate about trying to bring draft picks in when they were trading for players so that they had compensation picks up their sleeve. And I think GWS was of a similar view, that they had a strong preference for draft picks when it came to the mini draft selections. So Kevin might say that clubs didn't offer established players, but it's a big ask to give up an A grader for a player who there is that element of uncertainty about. And certainly my recollection is that there was quite a desire for valuable draft picks for those sorts of players. I mean, we had a real go at Jesse Hogan offering out 2 first draft picks, and Melbourne come over the top. So, but there wasn't much questioning about players. It was more about draft picks.